Whoa, where, where, where's those? Yo, what is this video about? You know, I realized, you know how when people, when something bad happens to somebody, they get upset. It's like, damn, like my life is going so bad right now. All this bullshit keeps hitting me over and over and over. But then when somebody's having a good life, it just looks like they're on an upward spiral, like it's just good after good after good. You know you've gotten in those patches in life where it's bad after bad after bad. Oh my gosh, it's just so terrible. But then it's also good after good after good after good. Life is usually like that. Life is usually an upward spiral or a downward spiral. It's a trend. It's either you're trending upwards or you're trending downwards. It's like the stock market. That's how I look at life. And life is crazy. It's just like the stock market because stocks only have value because people believe that it has value. Apple is only at whatever price Apple is at because people believe that it's supposed to be at that price. Tesla is only at what it's at because people believe it has value. The same way that you're where you're at in life because you believe it that you're supposed to be there, whether subconsciously or consciously. You're poor in life because you believe that you're supposed to be poor, whether consciously or subconsciously. Everything that happens in life is because you believe it to happen. Everything. And when you're going through bad patches in life, it's a test. It's a test from God, Allah, higher self, universe, whatever you want to call it. It's all the same shit. And I believe that all of that is inside you in the form of your subconscious. And when bad things happen to you, your subconscious is testing you. Because right before a bad thing happens, let's say something bad happens to you, and you're just like, you know what, I'm just keep moving on, it's okay, everything's gonna be okay. And you realize something good happens right after. Or you stop feeling bad about what happened, or you get some type of blessing because you passed the subconscious test. Everything in life, every single thing, even to the littlest thing, this is what people need to realize. Every single little good in life, anything that's valuable in life must be earned. You have to sacrifice something to earn it, whether you're subconsciously sacrificing or consciously sacrificing. Let's say something bad happens to you. Let's say you lose your wallet, you lose all your money. You had like $100 in your wallet, you lose it, lose your car, whatever. You could react in two different ways because the only thing in life that you can control is how you react to things, how you think about things. That's the only thing in life that you can control. That's the only thing in life that you should even want to control is you, how you react. You could react like, damn, bro, man, I'm so unlucky, man. Like, all this bullshit keep happening. Like, bro, it's good. Or you could just act like, okay, I lost my wallet. It's annoying, but nothing I could do about it now, so let me just work on getting it back. Your subconscious will reward you for passing that test. Instead of acting emotionally, you like, okay, I can control I can control how I feel, and I'm just not gonna let this affect me. You will notice that something good will happen to you right after. This is what I notice in my life. Because whenever some bullshit happens to me, every time that I have reacted negatively, it will always spiral into something worse. But every time I'll just, be like, all right, it's whatever, I will always receive some type of blessing after that. A blessing that matches the significance of the bullshit. Like, let me give you an example. I can't even I don't know how to give an example of that shit, but you know what I'm talking about. You can only control how you react. And your subconscious is the ones that, your subconscious is the one that's gonna make your life what you want it to be. Your subconscious is what controls your reality. This is why people always say what you believe is what happens, because it really is what happens. Your subconscious is the God, your subconscious is Allah, your subconscious is the universe. Everything is inside of you. Everything is inside of you. All you need to do is train your subconscious to believe that you're always gonna be good. Train your subconscious to believe that it's cool. Train your subconscious to not react negatively when negative things happen to you. Because at the end of the day, two negatives will never make a positive, and life must test you. There's no such thing as a handout in life. before you get anything good, you must go through the bad. You must go through the hard work. You must sacrifice. So every time something bad happens to you, you have to think of it as this is a test. Let me not fail this test. Because if you pass the test, you will receive blessings. But if you fail the test, your subconscious, it doesn't have pity for you. Your subconscious gives you what you deserve. So if you fail the test, it's just going to keep throwing you bullshit. And it's like, all right, he don't want to learn? I bet. Here's some more bullshit. Shit, he still want to react like this? I bet. Here's some more bullshit. But then if you react unemotionally, you know, you just move on, like, okay, this happened to me, but I can only control how I feel. Then your subconscious is going to reward you. It's going to be like, okay, he didn't fail the test. Okay, here, blessings, blessings, blessings. The harder the test, the harder the adversity that you're going through. Once you come out of it, if you pass it, that's the exact same, the blessings are going to be just as intense. The intensity of your struggles is going to be the intensity of the blessings when you beat the struggles. The darkest storms, like the craziest storms, at the end of it always brings the brightest suns, the rainbows, because you must go through the adversity first, but you must pass, you must survive. And this doesn't just mean surviving physically, you have to survive mentally. Because if you go through something and you let it break you down, you let it eat at you mentally, your subconscious is not going to reward you because you're not ready. It's going to tell you, it's going to keep putting you through these trials until you get it, until you finally realize, and then you become ready, and then it's going to bless you. This is what I truly believe because of my personal experience. But it's real. What you focus on is what you will become. And whenever anything hard is going on in life, you just have to think of it as, my blessings are at the end of this. Don't feel sorry for yourself. Don't let it eat at you. Don't let it throw you off. You just have to think this is a test. Some tests are harder than others. Sometimes it's gonna be an easy test. You're gonna be like, boy, try again, life. That's how I'd be. Sometimes I'd be like, try again, life. You knew I wasn't gonna fail that. You knew I was never gonna fail that. But sometimes it's hard. Sometimes the tests are harder than others. And it's like, man, life, well, but it's cool though, because I know the blessings that's about to come after this. That's how I look at it. At the end of the day, I will always win because I look at life like this. My adversities are just preparing me for my blessings. So I will always win. I can never lose. And you can never lose if you look at life like this. You need to be thankful for your adversities because that's what makes you strong. If you had a life where you never went through anything at all, then you would be weak. You wouldn't have any armor. You would just, the first time you go through bullshit, you will fold. You will cower to it. So you need to you need to be grateful for your adversities. You need to be grateful for your struggles, the same way you're grateful when you get something that you want. Because subconsciously, you don't even know you got what you wanted because you went through an adversity. Whether you know, your subconscious is always awake, especially when your conscious is sleeping. Your subconscious is always awake. So whatever you're thinking about, your subconscious is taking it all in. If you're thinking negatively about your situation, if you're feeling sorry for yourself, your subconscious is taking it all in and it's going to give that right back to you. But if you're always thinking positive, if you don't let shit throw you off, your subconscious is going to be like, okay. Why do you think the richest people, the most successful people went through the most bullshit? The intensity of the adversities turned into the intensity of the successes. That's why they're so successful, because they passed all the tests. Life is a game. And then life is a game. You have the normal enemies, your normal, the easy tests. And you have the boss battles. Your car got repoed. You're going through a divorce. You lost a family member. You lost your job. Those are the boss battles. And after the boss battles, you always get the best rewards. Like, come on, bro. Like, this shit is literally, it's a game. And I have to think, bro, I'm not perfect, bro. I have to remind myself this shit sometimes, too. I'm literally not perfect at all. I know a lot of shit. But just because you know something doesn't mean you're going to act on it. I feel like the majority of shit that I say, not majority, but I feel like a lot of the shit I say, people already know. But knowing is only like 25% of the battle. If I acted on every single thing I knew, I would have $1 billion in my bank account right now. I will though in the future. Actually, I'm a billionaire right now, but you know what I'm talking about. So knowing is 1/4 of the battle. Just because you know this information doesn't mean that your life is going to change. You have to implement this information into your life. What you think is what you become. All your adversities, you have to look at life as a game. Your adversities are like the simple enemies. Like, what game could I think of that we all know? Like, I don't know, think of any video games, like the common enemies that you can easily beat. All of these common adversities, like, oh, somebody talks shit about you, or, oh, somebody trying to give you a hard time. This is the common shit. This is the easy test. You should be just running through these shits, speed running through these. Because then you have to save your energy and you have to prepare yourself for the boss battles, which are inevitably gonna happen. Like I said, maybe you got kicked out of your house, or you just flunked out of school, or it's just whatever the adversity may be. There's the boss battles. Those are what's gonna give you the biggest rewards. Just like in a video game, when you finally beat the boss, you level up. Like, come on, bro. It's come on. It's you know it makes sense. This is life. Life is a game. So don't ever, moral of the story, be thankful for all your adversities. Be thankful that you even have the opportunity to experience that. Because as long as you know you're always going to be good, you know you're going to pass the test, and you know you're going to level up. That's why whatever adversity I'm going through, I'm just like, I know I'm going to be good anyway, so I'm just about to level up. I'm literally about to level up. Every time some bullshit happens, I'm about to level up. That's how I see it. You are what you think about. Your subconscious is always listening. Always listening.